Hello everybody, my name is Asif and this is our GibbsCAM lesson 1 video. In this video I'm going to show to you the meaning of the buttons of the signs which you can see in the interface of the GibbsCAM when you open it. Maybe you can ask why GibbsCAM, because I think it's a best program for learning. It's easy to learn. As you can see, it's very compact. There is no many signs, buttons like in MasterCam and Esprit and I don't know in SurfCam. As the GibbsCAM official site says, it's powerfully simple, simply powerful. So and also it's graphically very good program. I think it's the best program in graphics. So let's start our training, our lesson. First of all, I want to start from this button which says Documents, and as you can see the other buttons are closed. Only this button is active. So when you push to this button, appears such window. This is our file window. In this window we are going to select the machine which we are going to work, the material of the workpiece, the dimensions which you will use, and the stock of the workpiece. So let's start from the top. First, here is the machine. You have to select the machine which you are going to work. There are several machines. As you can see, I have got only Mazak machines, so I will choose the Mazak Integris I150. It's a mill-turn machine with the Weiss head, and it's my favorite machine. So you select the machine. For your you can also find another VMMDD files of your machines in the internet. My version is 2011. It's an old version but licensed version, but in internet you can find the latest versions, also cracked versions you can find in internet. So the next topic is material. So you select the workpiece material. As you can see, the aluminum, carbon steel, gray, cast iron, stainless steel, and etc. I don't mention this part of the program because I like to put the cutting data according to the cutting, according to my experience. Here you can see the dimensions standard in inch or in millimeters. Here is the button for the solids. As you can see, when you push this, when you check this box, it opens such tolerances. The standard tolerance for the GibbsCAM is 5 microns, but I recommend to you not checking this box. On the bottom, you select the head which you are going to work. In this case we are going to work in the main spindle. Also you can change to the Weiss, but we are going to work in the main spindle. On the right side you can choose the dimensions in the x-axis. You will use radius or diameter. So it's a mill-turn machine, so I'm going to use the diameter. Here you can see the dimensions of our stock. So in the X it's 100 millimeter. This Z plus, it's facing, how much you leave for facing. I leave 2 millimeters. And the length of the workpiece is 50 millimeters. You have to show it with the minus, because from the 0 point to the end of the workpiece it's minus in the GibbsCAM. Here you can see another Z options. Z data, you can see it's a 0. It's for the machines which have got the second spindle. So if you will make a transfer between the spindles, you have to put the datas in these boxes. On the bottom you can see the auto clearance. If you will check this box and if you will put the dimension here, let's say 5 millimeter, it means when your program starts, the tool will come to this dimension rapidly. It means it will come to 105 millimeters in the X and 5 millimeters in the Z axis rapidly, and after that it will go feed to the part. But I prefer not to use the auto clearance. I prefer to put it manually like that. Also on the right side you can select the holders which you will use. If you will push the menu, you will see the BT40, BT50, Capto, DIN standard, tapered holders, HS-cut holders. In this case I'm going to use the Capto 6. And here is the comments. You can add the comments for the part, and it's not so much important. So when you push the new, and let's write the name of the program, let's say lesson 1. So as you can see, we have got here two coordinate systems. This one is our main spindle, and this one is our vise. So I'm going to close the vise as I'm going to work on the main spindle. For this you have to push this button which says spindles and just click twice to the eye on front of the vise like that, and it's ready. If you will push the left button of the mouse and make a square like this, you will zoom to the part in the GibbsCAM. So our next button is work groups. Work groups, it's for the geometry. It's if you use the Photoshop, there are the layers on the Photoshop. In the GibbsCAM we call it work groups. So you can make different geometries in different work groups, and you can use it in different work groups, this geometries. But it's not so important. I used the GibbsCAM already 8 years, 7-8 years, and I never used the work group. Next button is geometry. When you push to the geometry, it opens such menu. So you can put the points to X, Y, Z axis which you will show, or you can make a point according to another point with axis with the angle and with the distance, or you can make you can put the points around the circle. You can make a matrix of the points, or you can put the point in the center of the circle. You can make a point between 2 points, and you can also make such points in the circle. So you have to put just the radius and the center of the circle and show the angle, and after that it automatically shows you the position of the point, and when you push to it you get such point. I will delete it. The next menu is line menu. So you can make a line between 2 points, or line from 1 point with the angle, or angle and tangential circle, or parallel to the another line and or perpendicular to another line, or the axis to perpendicular to axis, or you can make a by hand in such way with the mouse. Another menu is circle, radius and center point, point and center point, radius and 2 points, and 3 feature. It means it's a tangential to the line, circle, and to the 1 point you can make a circle. The next menu is the shape, so you can, for engraving, you can put the words, sentences, you can choose the spacing between the text, you can make a on the diameter, or just write a straight from top to bottom or from bottom to top. Another menu, another button is offset. You can offset your geometry, square geometry, rectangle geometry. You can put the dimensions and get the rectangle, polygon button, ellipse button, and one of the important things which I like in GibbsCAM, it's a gear menu. So if you're going to make a gears, it's very easy to make a model of the gear to get the shape of the gear. With this program, it calculates automatically according to the input data. Also, there is the cam button here, as you can see, for the crankshafts, and you can put also the data and get the crankshaft shape which you are going to machine. Another menu is curve menu, so you can make a splines, straight splines between 3 points, or circular splines between 3 points, or the Gauss circle. This menu is closed menu, is the chamfer menu, so you can select 2 lines like that and make a chamfer between them, as you can see. This is the geometry from the solids button, so you can make a you can extract the geometry from the solid, or you can hole extraction, or you can spare the part to spare the solid to 2 pieces, or you can get the outline of the solid. So all of this we will show you in our next lesson. Next lesson is modeling. So we will show you how to create the geometry in the GibbsCAM and how to create the solids from these geometries. This is our first lesson, so we just show the buttons and their meanings. So just be patient. The next button is coordinate systems. So you can select the planes in which you are going to work. So you can select the main spindle in ZX, in XY, in HY or YZ, or in the Ys. You can make your own plane. You can use it in the planes which are not standard. So I will show them also to you how to make these planes. So let's go to the next button. Next button is the G coordinate system palette. What does it mean? It means, so when you open new coordinate system, so first of all you have to select one of these main 3 planes. Let's say in XY. Sorry. Okay. Let's make like that. And in XY. Okay. So this XY axis if you would like, you can rotate in such way with the angle, and you will get such plane, your own plane, and in this plane you can make millings with the indexing of the turning head, or sorry, milling head. Next button is tools. So when you push to this button, you get such menu. You have to just double click one of the boxes. So when you double click, you get appears such window. In this window you can select your turning tools or milling tools. So you can see a lot of inserts for the turning: 80 degrees, diamond, 55, VNMG or VCMT inserts with the 35 degree, round, circle, square, circles, triangle, now I forget the name of the insert, the pentagon insert, or the groove inserts, or the threading insert, and etc. You can make your own insert. So there are a lot of functions, a lot of inserts in this section. So when you select, for example, let's make one insert for turning and one tool for the milling. So let's make a CNMG insert. So select this. After that, you select the tip radius, let's say 0.8. The dimension of the insert, let's say 12.7, and thickness is 4.76. It's a CNMG 120408 insert. If you have got a different insert, you can check this box and you can put your own data from the catalog of the tool supplier. Okay, so in here you can see the rotations of the milling head. Maybe you don't know, or maybe you know, in Integrex machines, in the Mazak machines, there is rotating head. It's a milling head. So it turns between 0 and 180 degrees. So you can show in which degree you would like to work. In this section, you have to select your tool. So you have to show it's a boring bar tool or the bar out tool, or you have got the custom. You can make your custom tool, or you can show none. But I'm going to show the tool holder like this, and by pushing these arrows you can select your tool holder from the different of tool holders. So let's do this one with the 5 degree face relief. Here, if you will check, you can put your the tool number in the magazine. Let's say 5. Don't change the offset number, it makes automatically. Insert face up, it means you select your tool. It's a right-handed tool or left-handed tool. Cutting in X plus or X minus, you select this one. Standard is X plus. And sub position, it means if you have got the different tools in one magazine position, so you have to show the right number of the tool. So in this case, it's third tool of the 5th magazine. So here you can see the scale, calc scale or actual size. Actual size, it means you will see the insert in the actual size, but I'm going to use the calc scale. Don't change the notch ramp, otherwise you will get the wrong dimensions. So it must be 0. Here you select the tool material. It's not so important, but you can select it. It's a carbide insert, and you can put also comments in here. So let's make one more tool in the it's one more milling tool. So you can see here roughing end mill, finish end mill, ball end mill, shell mill, face mill, fly cut, K cut, thread milling, drilling, center drill, spot drill, bore, B-bore, tap, roughing tap, spot, reamer. It's a chamfering tool, roundover tool, form, and lollipop tool. So let's make a roughing end mill, let's say 8 millimeter carbide end mill. The corner radius is 0.5, flute number is 4, the maximum length of the tool, let's say 70 millimeters, and helix length is 24 millimeters. Also here you have to select the tool, let's say tool holder, as we made a capto tool in the first button, so you will see only the capto tools. If you push the arrow button, you will see the different types of the capto 6 holders. And it's very important for the simulation, for full simulation. If you have got the model of the machine in your simulations, which you can buy from the machine tool supplier, and you will have then the full simulation. And in this case you can make a simulation and be sure that you will not crash the machine. In here also there is the tool ID and sub position. Let's say tool number 3, sub position is 2. Don't change this tool data, just you can change just this one, the length of out of all holder. It means from top of the collet till end of the end mill, let's say 35 millimeters. Also you can zoom to the tool, or you can see tool with the holder, and you can put also comments. It's also not so important, and it's like that. So let's continue with the buttons on the right side. The next button is the surface modeling. As you can see with the splines, you can make a surface modeling. All of this we will show you in our next video. The next button is the CAM. It's a process button. So you put your tools to the left side like that. You select your process. It's a contour or roughing in the turning. Let's say roughing. Appears such menu, and when there is no geometry now, I will show in our third lesson how to make a turning. So you will see you need the geometry for the turning, and when you push to the do it, you will get your process right here. And when you create your post file, it gets all the tool path from these processes. So let's close this, and if you will push here, you will see the turning, the milling functions. It's a hole making, contour, roughing, it's a pocketing, surface, thread milling, advanced 3D machining, 5-axis machining, and plunge rough process. If you will get the cracked version from the internet, the latest version, it's a full packet, so you will have the volume mill option also there. But in my program there is another version of the volume mill. It's tracodial machining. I will show also this one to you in the next videos. So as I said, from here you can change between the turning and milling options, functions. So next button is the solid modeling. When you push, you get such windows, two windows connected to each other. So here you can make a sphere, you can make a cube, you can extrude from the geometry, or you can revolve the geometry around the axis and get the model, or you can loft between two geometries, or you can sweep between two geometries. And also here is the advanced solid machining. It means that you can offset your model, or you can blend your sharp corners, or you can unstick the solid or draft the solid. So we will show all of them to you in next video. Here you can make a slice, you can replace the solid, swap the solids, you can connect them, you can separate them, or intersect, you can get the intersection of two solids, or you can cut them to two pieces. Next window is the body bag. It's you can use it for the modeling. I will show also this one in the next video. So when you create a lot of models, you can put some of them to the body bag just to make easy working on the screen, on the main screen. The next button is the cut part render. It's a simulation. If you will push the right button on it, you will see three different type of the simulations. First one is CPR. It's really bad simulation, but it's very fast, and I don't like it, so I try to not use it often. Another simulation is flash CPR. It's a little bit better than the CPR simulation, but it's also not so good. My favorite is the simulation, the last one. When you push to this one, you can see, you can select the machine sim, part sim, tool sim, everything. If you push this narrow button, so you can see the different type of the functions here: height tool, transparent tool, solid tool, everything. And it's really good simulation. If you will have the full machine model, you will get the exact simulation in this program. Next button is the dimensions. So you can measure your geometries. Another closed button is post. By pushing this button, when your process are ready, you can push this button and you can create your post file. We will show this one in third video, when we will make the turning on the GibbsCAM. Another one I show you already on the beginning of the video. You select the spindle or vise in which you are going to work. The next one is the synchronization control. It means if you will make a part transfer between two spindles, so you can control all the process by pushing this button. On the top you can see the show geometry or not show, show dimensions or not show, show the solids, render or wireframe, show the stock and origin, show GS, indicate sheet site, show lay stock cutaway. Maybe you have seen when we made a simulation. You can see you can make a half cut and watch what you did in the inside of the part. Next one is the face selection, edge selection, toggle profile. It's very good function of the GibbsCAM. Also, I will show you in the next videos. Toggle holder, tool holder display, toggle hidden line toolpath. You can hide the toolpath behind of the model or not hide. Toggle press selection highlighting, viewport configuration manager. You will never use it, believe me. And the select color display mode, so you can select you can put the different colors to your stocks, and standard get help on item. When you push this and push to the bottom, and you get the help view from the GibbsCAM. My computer is very slow because of the video recording, so it's something like that. On the top you can see the file menu. The important thing is the preferences here. Don't change anything, just you can change the post-processor file. This one, EIA. In this case, my post file will create in .eia. In file menu, you can import or export the solids. Edit menu, it's a standard edit menu, nothing interesting. View, also just the views, and you can see the shortcuts of the planes. Control E, Control F from front, Control G from the right, isometric view, and the home view. Unzoom, redraw, previous view, so it's a standard things. Or you can see the mouse position like that. Maybe sometimes you will need it. The modify button, it's really modify menu. It's really useful menu when you're making models. So in the second video, maybe we will use some of the functions of the modify menu. Processes, you can save your processes which you use often, so later you can load them and use them. Solids, so you can rebuild the solid, and the tools for the solids in here. Features, it's a hole wizard, hole manager. So if you have got the part with a lot of holes, so you can use the hole manager or hole wizard, and it automatically finds the holes, makes the processes and everything. You just have to push the button, post button, and get the post file, and GibbsCAM makes everything for you. Next one is window. So from here you can check all the processes, work group summary, or the tool list summary, or the operation summary. So you can get the exact machining time from here, from operation summary window. Plugins, so there are a lot of functions. It's a rotary rough in 4 axis, geometry, that's a clean up tapered threads, clean up, create D-holes, spiral, geo tools, so you can make a lot of geometries with these functions. HCM, you can change the feeds and speeds, convert to trochodial, which we call now volume. Helispore, high-speed machining, offset the contour, ZRAP contour. If you make a MTM, so you can put the MTM G-codes, machine simulation, you can build your own machine if you are professional in this modeling. So MISC menu, you can see there are a lot of functions which I never used in the past 7 years. Posting, if you are professional post writer, you can use and make your own editor. Also the solids and etc. There are Pro XYZ drivers. Pro XYZ, it's a reseller of the GibbsCAM, which is located in Switzerland, and they are making some post files and functions for the GibbsCAM for machining, such as in Versatech machines, Mazak Versatech machines. It's really complex machines, so it's very difficult to make a post files for this machine. So Pro AXYZ this guy is really good for making post processors for Versatech machines. There is the macros, so you can make your own diamonds here, the inserts, and the standard help menu. So it's end of our lesson 1. If you liked my video, subscribe our channel and put the like on the bottom of the video, and soon we will put our new videos. Lesson 2, we are going to show you the creating geometry and modeling, and in the next video we are going to make a turning, and we will create our first post file for the turning machines. So see you guys, thank you for watching.